Hello and welcome to another episode of Kill the Small Talk, and I'm your host, Alex Crone. On this podcast, I bring in all guests from all walks of the entertainment industry. And in this episode, I'm talking to my very long and great friend, David Devis. He's the owner and founder of the Epic Lounge. Here's the episode. Enjoy. Sweet. Let's do this. Let's podcast. I just saw you. I was saying that I had seen you a couple days ago at at Club Metro
Yes, your uncle's event.
over the weekend.
That's right. That was pretty good. It was one of their best events.
Yeah,
so
my
far.
aunt and uncle. Yeah, man. So for context, my aunt and uncle have been producing this event at your venue, called their event is called Club Metro, and it's an '80s new wave, dark wave, like industrial night where they'll book bands, and then they'll have like DJs. And my uncle Alfredo, who's known as DJ Miklan, he will do a set and then invite other DJs to come perform. And they've been doing it for like the past year.
Yes.
Right?
Also bands. Don't forget, they also invest in bands, which that's what the Epic Live is built on. So
Yeah, dude. So let's go back. Let's go back in time. What were you doing before you opened the venue, and then what made you decide to open a live event space? What was the work beforehand?
A lot of history. So I don't know how long this podcast is, but it's a lot of detail. But I'll try to cut the fat and give you guys
We've got an hour.
the goods. Yeah. So before this, a purely entertainment venue. I opened as an internet cafe.
Mhm.
And but my background was in entertainment, but I dabbled in the internet industry back then. It was really popular. It's people were gaming and surfing at these cafes, and I thought I'd get into that. But by the time I got going, internet got faster. People started just staying home. The economy was bad, so afford to pay those internet fees. So the timing was bad for me. So I had to transition.
What year would this have been?
Oh man, let's see, between 2003 and 2005. Those couple of years right there. Yeah, between 2003
okay.
and yeah. So so I pretty much had to drop the whole internet thing, internet cafe thing, and focus on entertainment. So in 2005, pretty much this lounge gave birth to Epic Lounge. It evolved from there. It started just as live entertainment bands. Back then I didn't even have optional, just all ages bands. Sometimes the DJs, and it went off. It was really popular for a little while, until it got too popular, meaning that the city was drawing a lot of attention to the city, back then, little quiet town, and here I am, trying to bring entertainment to their kind of a boring city back then in downtown Downey. But
and for those that don't know, Downey has a long history of being like pretty much like conservative. A lot of older folks living in the area, a lot of churches, so like it was very conservative. I remember like as a kid, like that whole area, like that downtown Downey area was just completely dead. There was nothing.
Yeah, the only entertainment that was offered was a theater called Gregorian Theater, and all the kids went there to hang out, loiter, pretty much, and that's the only entertainment. After the movie, before the movie, they just just migrate right there. And
my movie we just screened. We literally were there last week, and we had a screening.
That's right.
It's now
but before it was the Gregorian Theater.
Yeah, right? Look. Right.
Yeah. Right. And pretty much the potential of this place was this city was thirsty for entertainment. I mean, everybody was pretty much going to Hollywood, Long Beach, other
Hmm.
city and taking their money over there, as opposed to spending it over here in their own city. So yeah, so I just tried to get something going here, and 20 years later, here I am. It's still here. I mean, it's
That's
been a journey, to say the least. This year,
yeah.
December, will be our 20-year anniversary. So yeah, from
This
2005,
December,
but this December, yes, and you're invited.
what are we doing, man? Let's do something.
Well, I am. I'm already getting set up. We're gonna have a band. I can't disclose the band yet, but it's gonna be a big deal. So pretty much, everybody that's coming is
If
gonna be
it's
the people that help build this venue. All the past workers, supporters, and so on.
if it's the Blasters, blink twice. If it's the Carpenters, blink three times.
Well, it'll be hard to get.
If it's Metallica, don't say anything.
Yeah, but it's a big band. You'll
Oh, you didn't
see.
say anything. It's Metallica.
I'll drop probably this week. I'll drop a save the date, and there'll be a hint on the flyer. So you'll see. You'll see. It'll be fun.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll be there,
So
dude. So
probably the end of December.
copy that. Uh, when so growing up, did you grow up in a very like did you always have that like entrepreneurial like mind? Like were you like when you were a kid, like did you like want to like own a business, or like what were your plans as a kid, or what were your dreams? Like what did you want to do, and are you currently doing
No,
that?
no, this happened pretty organically. Just growing up, around entertainment. Growing up in Hollywood. So
Mhm.
seeing how people are drawn to everybody wants to be entertained. And um
Yeah.
and then I had a background in doing small events back then. And right after high school, I started doing these. They call them back then undergrounds. Now they call them raves.
And you were promoting these shows?
Yes, I do a lot of underground events back then, house music, stuff like that. Rent a warehouse or a
Yeah.
loft and stuff,
Techno
events. So, yeah, those were fun. That's where, the EDM music, pretty much started.
came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah. And this would have been what, in the late
90s,
90s, early 90s?
mid
Yeah.
90s, yes, mid 90s, like
I,
98, 99. Yeah, that's where it peaked pretty much. Well, actually, we're
I wouldn't be
start,
surprised if
huh?
uh-huh. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no. I was sorry. I was going to say that I wouldn't be surprised if you and my uncle had crossed paths during that time, because he was going to those underground LA techno house shows, and even I think DJing at a few too, and then they would get, raided by the cops.
Yeah, we probably went to the same events, same parties. You probably been to some of mine. I went to some of his, so, but and then in the end, we met here, kind of full circle. It's crazy. We know the same people. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's happened.
Yeah, small world. Okay, so you were promoting events, you were promoting these shows, uh, and then you started the internet cafe,
Correct.
and then after that you went into the Epic Lounge. How'd you come up with the name?
Well, I wanted something epic, to happen here, and the name Epic is, this stick. I had a few names, which I
Ooh,
can't
tell
even.
us.
I doodled it somewhere, somewhere like a few names. I wish I could recall it right now because I'm sure they were hilarious if I thought of them now. Um,
Yeah.
uh, because I was the cafe was called Icons Cafe, you know, and I still have the sign somewhere. Icons Cafe still evolved from there, so
Uh-huh.
Icons Epic, okay, it had a theme, so yeah, and
Four-letter
now,
word.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
something simple, and people try to do puns, this event was epic, no pun intended, it's kind of funny. So, um, yeah, but now, it's called Epic Live. So we dropped the lounge part and call it Epic Live now. Well, some show that came through here picked the name out, and I liked it. Actually, I think that's one of the names that I originally picked out, Epic Live, but we stuck with Epic Lounge, and then 20 years later or something, we changed the name. So now we're known as
I
Epic Live,
Epic.
formerly known as Epic Lounge.
I don't know if you know this, but whenever you type in like Epic, like you try to type in Epic Live, it goes to like on Google Maps, it goes to Epic Lounge. Like it's still under Epic
Yeah, yeah.
Lounge.
I like I said, the name is new, Epic Live is new, so I'll get to it. A bit of procrastinator. I forgot to add that, so yeah, but I'll get to it eventually. When I do, I'll let you know. But it is Epic Live. But, I got so much stuff going on that it's one of the things I have to get to. One of the million things I have to get to.
And so when you started this place, your idea was for it to be a live event space or like a music venue, or is it was it first a music venue and then later on you were like, well, you know, it could be a multitude of things, and you know, we'll expand and we'll evolve into other live event types of you know, like shows, and because
Well,
you don't just do music.
we do everything here. My idea
Yeah.
was to lend ourselves to do everything. Downey is known for music, past music. You
Hmm.
mentioned the concerts, blasters, Metallica.
Blasters,
We're all
Metallica.
Yankees
Yeah.
here, so we have a lot
Yeah.
of music history here. And
Yeah. Huge. Uh-huh.
yeah, exactly, exactly. But at the same time, we also have different culture here that loves arts. So we've had art shows here. So we've done everything. So I kind of wanted the venue to be a reflection of the city. That we could do everything, we could
Mm-hmm.
entertain everybody for all walks of life. And I mean, people from all colors, all races, all religions, everything. So I mean,
Hmm.
I could name like right now 20 things that we've done here. That you will say you'll blow your mind. I mean, we have even church here at one point on Sundays. Somebody rented a
That was
venue. They just space a church, yeah, a Christian church, which
I was
is
gonna, yeah, that was one of my questions was like, what's the wildest event that you've
well,
booked?
well, the thing is that I had church on Sunday and LGBTQ event on a Saturday, and you know, uh, we kind of don't
So
mix,
one
but
night guys are grinding on each other, yeah,
yeah, and
and the next
Sunday
day
was
everyone's down on their
like,
knees praying to
I was
Jesus.
oh my God, what am I doing? I was thinking, but yeah, that happened.
Oh man,
It's
yeah, talk
only
about the
here.
antithesis.
Yeah, only here that would happen. We've had wrestling that WW what do you call it, NWA Wrestling Association. It's like the stage wrestling, and in the middle of the
Uh huh.
dance floor there was a wrestling ring, you know, and it got packed. It was great, and it was an event for all ages, and that happened. I think for a minute we've had a karate studio in here. My old master was in between spaces, so he used my place really quick for a for training and studio. So we
Uh huh.
had a little studio here, and I think
That's
we had
cool.
even a karate tournament. Yeah, karate. Yeah, at Epic Clive, right? I mean, it's been everything, and we tried to do the dwarf wrestling last year. Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah, little person wrestling. Uh huh.
yeah, no pressure. That's actually that was a cherry on top. Once I do that, I've done everything pretty much. So yeah, and that's still what happened is I couldn't go through with it. I got a summons from the city and said, hey, you don't have the exact right permits to do this. So I've had to pull the plug on that
What
and look somewhere else.
what permit would you have needed for that? Like,
I
yeah,
don't
what
know.
kind of a permit is that?
That's funny you ask because that's exactly what as a city because I have live entertainment and that is live entertainment. I didn't
Yeah,
see
that's
on the
strange.
application what I didn't see on the application saying dwarf wrestling or anything like that. Or so
Yeah.
yeah, so it kind of threw me off and we didn't go through with it. But next year we'll be back with dwarf wrestling. So stay tuned. Yeah.
You know, David, I was talking to my producer Robbie earlier, and I was telling him how I credit you to the sort of beginnings of my I don't know, quote unquote performance, career, I guess. When we were booked at, we got booked for Make Music Downey. This would have been 2014, and I had a live big band rockabilly band, and it was 13 of us. My sister Jasmine, shout out Jasmine, she was the backup singer, and I had an upright bassist, I had a horn section, guitar, I think even keyboards too, and we were playing like a mix of like swing and rockabilly. And anyway, so we were booked at Make Music Downey 2014 at your venue. Then it was called the Epic Lounge, and it was all the walls were like a burgundy red,
That's right.
and I remember performing there, and that was the first day I had met you, and you came up to me and you were like, "Dude, like that was a great set." And you guys brought us the biggest crowd. I want you guys back. Like out of
Yeah,
all the bands that were playing there all day, and you had told us that we had brought the biggest crowd.
yeah, you
And
did. I
looking
think you
back,
brought
that
the whole
was mostly
family.
just family and a few
Yeah,
friends. What's
you
that?
roll deep with your family. Yeah, that's the thing I love about your family. They support you anything you do. When you start doing comedy, I think you had the biggest comedy event here too. So, I mean, man, your family is big and they support you and they love you because you're doing great things. So, yeah, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you how
Yeah,
you
man.
moved from a garage band to what you're doing now, and that's what the place was built for is garage bands. Because there is a lot of garage bands in Downey, and you actually literally played in a garage. Actually, you were my neighbor's uh um my manager,
Oh, I
Judy.
know.
Yeah.
Judy, yeah.
Yeah, and she can hear you playing in the garage. I said, "Oh my God, that's Alex." I mean, what a
Yeah.
small world,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, my dad lived next to her on Second Street. We had this apartment and we were playing in the garage. And thankfully most people in the apartment complex were cool with us playing music. Um yeah, man, small world.
Yeah, you were great. You were great. I love you guys. You guys played great. What was the name of your band? I forgot. It's been a while.
We were called the Big Bad Big Band. It was like a
Right.
mix of like Big Bad Voodoo Daddy and like Brian Setzer and Squirrel Nut Zippers, all like those 90s big band, that swing movement, from the 90s we were very influenced by, and I still am, but even more so then I was like really into like rockabilly
Uh-huh.
music, and I wanted to have my own band that played that style. But anyways, sometime after that, that's when I had that other band with Patrick, and I booked out a show. It was us, it was me and Patrick, and then it was another band from Downey called New American, which they were great.
Sir.
Um, and then my cousin Eric's band, Crown City Crooks, they headlined that show.
Right. That's right. That's right. That
Yeah, I
was a
think
good
that was
show.
the yeah that was the first time I've ever promoted and booked my first ever like live music show, and you had given me the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, you had great energy, man. It was good events, and I missed that. And I want to bring more bands back, but lately we've had more DJs than bands, which I don't like. I love live music, I go to live music
Yeah,
events,
yeah,
and now I don't have to go because I have a venue, so I can have my own little private concert pretty much. But yeah, I miss having bands
yeah,
here every weekend.
yeah. I miss
Yeah,
playing. I was telling my sister that yeah, I miss because we have a band, because we played, my Aunt Angela, they booked us for their Christmas show last year. It was gothabilly themed, so it was like goth music meets rockabilly, but it was around Christmas time, so it was like in the style of Christmas music. So we purposefully covered. We did some like 80s new wave songs and then turned them into the style of rockabilly with like a little Christmas with some Christmas spirit, because
nice.
my
Just twist.
job had lent me sleigh bells. so I could use to play instead of playing the ride. I was using the sleigh bells and like hitting the kick and snare.
Your aunt and uncle, they really creative. They know how to put on a show. And you guys were a perfect band for that Christmas event. Yeah, they do a twist with gothic. I think it was a salsa gothic event too, or cumbia or something like that.
No, it was cumbia. Yeah, it was yeah, it was
Okay,
gothic meets cumbia.
that is hilarious. I'm waiting for some gothic marachis if that's possible. That'd be great. I think
Well, look, there's a band called Metalachi.
there we go. Let's book them.
You ever
I think I've heard
do you
of
ever
them.
hear that? I saw them at the whiskey like years ago, and they were playing metal songs in the style of mariachi. It was hilarious. They were good.
That's what I love. See, you got to think out of the box. You got to new thing. That's why Epic is Epic. We try to bring new things here. We're not trying to be a cookie cutter club. Same music, same DJ, same pop. Pop music. Top 40 stuff. We want variety. We want to have
Hmm.
different type of music. When you come here, you don't expect to see the same thing. You expect to see um, something entertaining, something refreshing, right? So, because I get bored
Right.
easy. I don't want to be in a rut and listen to the same thing over and over and over. So, I need entertainment. So that's why I pretty much opened up this place for
Are you not
refreshing
entertained?
entertainment. What was that?
Yeah. I was quoting Gladiator. I said, "Are you not
Oh, yeah.
entertained?"
Yes, yes. That should be
Um,
our
speaking of speaking of which, what current events do you have going on right now?
right. I think we have this Saturday, yeah, next Saturday. We have a live band of somebody famous. I'm not sure. You have to check our webpage,
Schedule.
Epic Live Downey, and we have
Uh
a
huh.
Spanish rock live band, and then the week after, I think we also have another Spanish rock live band. So we're gonna have back
Okay.
to Spanish rock, and yeah, we have a lot of Spanish rock bands come through here. We have famous ones.
Yeah.
Like famous musicians that play for. I think Vampiro from I think Mana. If I'm not mistaken, he's played
Yeah.
through a few times.
Mana has played there.
No, the guitarist from Mana. I think his name is Vampiro. If I'm not correct, may should
Oh,
Google
gotcha.
it.
Oh, okay. Uh huh.
I don't want to misspeak. So I think he's in that band. But yeah, we have some celebrities that play for here. I mean, not big, huge people, but some.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I do have to tell this story, and I've told you, because I look back and I think it's really funny. But I was 18 at the time. I was working at Albertsons, which was my first job, and I had found out that the Blasters were playing at the Epic Lounge, um, and I was obsessed with them. I still love them, but when I was in my late teens, early 20s, I was really obsessed with them. And
Uh,
I heard they were in town, and at that time, I didn't know. I don't think I knew that they were from Downey. But anyways, I get off work. I make sure I work the day shift so I can have the evening off. I get off work. I run home because then I used to live really close to Albertsons. I run home, change, eat something real quick, and I run down to the Epic Lounge because we used to live on Second. I used to live on Second Street with my dad, and Epic Lounge or Epic Live now is on Second Street. And so I ran over. I arrive. I'm drenched in sweat. I'm out of breath, and I see the drummer of the Blasters pull up in his truck. He pulls up right in front, and I'm like, hey man, big fan, and like I'm a drummer too, and he goes, oh cool, like are you here to see us? I was like, yeah, but I just noticed the sign. It says 21 and over, and I'm 18, so I won't be able to get in. And he was like, ah, I've
I
got you.
right. I remember this story.
he
Yeah, yes. That was
he
how
he
many years
he
ago?
was like, well, he was like, let me see. Oh gosh, I was 18 and I'm 31 now, so do the math.
Wow, that's great.
And
I will
well,
talk
so
to my
he goes.
son
He's like,
about
"Let me
that,
see
but
what
I
I can
can't
do."
anymore. What?
No, don't get him in trouble. Don't get him in trouble. So he goes in and he's there for a while. I'm like, oh, he probably forgot about me. Like, it's okay. And so like I'm about to leave, and then he comes out and he gives me a wristband. He puts it on. He was like, "All right, like, uh, hold on." I've always been short, and he was taller than me. So he was like, "Hold on to the back of my shirt, as tight as you can. We're just gonna zoom right in." I said, "Okay," and we
Funny.
did, and I got in, and I don't think security saw me because I was just so short, and I was just attached to the
That's
drummer, and I'm and and anyways, at the time, the way you had the place set up was as soon as you walked through the door, the stage was immediately on the right. They were up against the wall,
correct.
in the corner, um, and then you had the bar on the left, upper left side. Um, so yeah, so I'd gotten there a little early because it wasn't packed yet, and I stood in front of the stage, and there I am watching my favorite band, play in front of me, and I stay afterwards, and I introduce myself to them, and they were like, I think the singer Phil he was a little like, "How old are you? Like, are you sure you're supposed to be here?" And anyways, I took a photo with him and blah blah blah. And then a few years later, when I finally turned 21, you buy me a ticket to go see the Blasters at St. Rock in Hermosa Beach. You're
That's
like, "I'm going
right.
to take you for your birthday, Alex. Like, it's going to be a great time." You pick me up, we go. Uh, and, and I was like, "Oh, I would love to see if I could like talk to the band, and see if they remember me." And I think it was you, or maybe it was like their buddy who you introduced me to. He was the artist that painted that mural
Don.
on
Don.
Downey Avenue.
That's right.
Don, yeah, Don. That's right. It was Don. He was like there with them, and he was like, "Oh, you want to talk to them?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'll get you in the green room." I'm like, "All right, cool." And he does, and you and I both walk in. And anyways, I'm telling them this story while forgetting you're standing right next to me, and you were like, "Wait, what? You were 18 at the time?" I could have lost my liquor license. I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot you're the owner."
Oh my God, that's
But you were
hilarious.
like, "Oh, but you're like, but that's a cool story though."
That is a good story. You get your childhood, your heroes, your band, and you get to pretty much
Yeah,
go backstage with them. You get to go in the lounge here. Yeah, that's actually our biggest band that's ever played here. The
the
Blasters, and
Blasters. Yeah,
I love them from
yeah,
Downey. I love local bands.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, that's a great story. That's a great story. I'm so glad that that happened. I mean, wherever, that's like, this is a party, the play venue is a party. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna forever remember this. um, but I have a few other questions for you. Well, I have a lot more questions because we still have a half hour. Um, if you had an unlimited budget and you could book any act, living or dead, who would you want to headline your
Well,
venue?
for my 20-year anniversary, I wanted, Which One's Pink? Because that's, one of my favorite bands, like, Pink Floyd.
Who was that? Oh,
Which One's Pink? Pink Floyd cover band. The
oh,
Pink
okay.
Floyd cover band. Yeah. So, Pink Floyd, it's like the music's just, I mean, that's one of my favorite bands. So I wanted that for my 20-year anniversary. So now it's not going to be them. But,
No, then
but
I'm not going.
no. Well, however, you'll like this band. You'll like this band. I can't disclose it, but you'll like it. It's one of my top 4 or 5 favorite bands. So I couldn't get Which One's Pink, but I got this band, which they're just as great, you know. And but yeah, it
Right.
would have been Which One's Pink or Pink Floyd, which Roger
Or
Waters.
Pink Floyd themselves.
The Gilmore, little reunion here at the Epic Lounge. That would be amazing.
Has has the music has the local music scene changed since you opened your venue? And if it has, you know,
Yes,
what
yes.
have you seen change?
Good question. Very good question. I seen it evolve. I seen the music kind of uh go from a certain type of style of music and then fade
Mm,
away and come back like a full circle. It's incredible how it's gone through all these generations, and I see it, from my own eyes that how for example, 90s music, grunge music is come back. I say,
mm,
what's going on? That's fire, right? And
yeah.
all these, like my niece and nephew, they're listening to it and they know the music. I say, oh wow, yeah, that's right. So we have something in common. And even your aunt and uncle, I see like three different generations here partying together,
Mm,
and they have that music in common,
yeah.
which is great.
Yep.
I love that. I love how you can share the same music with your kids, your niece or nephew, and
Your
because
parents. Yeah.
'cause music is timeless. It should go through every generation,
Hmm.
right? So yeah, I've seen uh, even bands the declining a lot because the hip hop scene came so strong, right? The hip hop scene
Hmm.
became, like, for example, Coachella. There used to be a lot of rock bands, I mean, just
Yeah.
rock bands
Yeah. It
and
was like mostly rock.
yeah, mostly rock, EDM music, right? And now we got pop stars, which is great, pop stars and hip hop stars headlining, which is mind blowing. I'm still going to
Hmm.
Coachella, but now I'm just there for the experience, not really much for the music, unless they have some, a good rock band, right? So, yeah,
Yeah.
I seen that the evolution of music right here at the Epic Lounge. How different types of generation, like different music, like reggaeton. That was
Hmm.
a hit back early, I think 2000s. I don't know,
2000s. Yeah. Yeah.
right? And now
Yeah.
it's like
Reggaeton was huge when I was in high school.
exactly. And now look at it. It's like huge. It's huge.
It's
It's
back.
biggest hip hop right
Hmm.
now. So. Yeah,
Yeah.
it goes through his generation. That's why I like bands here because I don't want that ever to die. Live music is nothing like live music, right? Live bands playing right in front of you. You see the talent that comes out of the bands. I mean, people dedicate like yourself. You're a drummer, right? And they dedicate hours and hours of getting the right beats and music and going. So, and seeing that, play in front of you, right? As opposed to just, spinning a
Hmm.
record, you know? Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, I've been an advocate for live music all my life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Like there's a like my dad was saying because there was like a 40-year gap in between my dad and his dad. So like they weren't, my grandfather was listening to like swing, jazz and like country western music. And my dad grew up in the, 80s, 90s, so, he was listening to grunge and, classic rock and so they didn't really have a lot of in common musically. But there's only like a 23-year gap between me and my parents. Um and because my parents are still, I think, very youthful, they love going out, they love going to live shows. That's just always been a part of my life as long as I could remember. Um, and so now that I'm older and old enough, I've been going to see live shows and concerts with them for the last 10 years.
Right.
Um, and I love that I can share that with them. Um, what's what is a business success or failure that taught you I guess the most valuable lesson in the lifespan that Epic Live has had in
Okay.
the 20
So
year mark.
good question. Well, this venue has been through, a recession, pandemic, riots, I think I'm going through another recession, it's been through a
Hmm.
lot. So I have to learn how to survive pretty much, and reinvent myself. You know, through the
Yeah.
years, like like bringing in new promoters, new ideas. Like
Hmm.
throw a bit of say karaoke. We have karaoke nights here. Everybody loves karaoke, so
Yeah.
we throw that into the mix. So
Karaoke competitions too.
yes,
Hmm.
karaoke competition. So uh, it's just having the courage to try new things. And keep pretty much an ear of what's going on out there. What are people listening to? What are people liking? What's trending at the time? Because if you
Yeah,
don't,
what's trending?
um,
Yeah.
yeah, if you don't keep up with the times, you will be extinct. You will cease to exist, be gone. So by surviving these 20 years, I have to know what's going on. But it's getting tiring though. I'm getting worn out pretty much. I can't wait till my daughter turns 21 so I can hand her the keys to the lounge and she could take over. So it's got another what? She's 8 years old right now, so I got a few years to go. Right. Hope I survive it, because is getting exhausting. Just trying to keep it reinventing myself. The venue is has to
Yeah.
keep people interested, keep people in, because people just get bored, and then also, new generations are coming in, they haven't been here, they just turned 21 or so on. So,
Hmm.
seeing what they're liking, what kind of music they're liking, is it, hip hop, EDM, or so on. So yeah,
Hmm.
you pretty much have to have your ears open and see what's going on there, be in the mix of things.
Right. Not be afraid to adapt and change
No, you
is
cannot,
is what I'm hearing.
because you'll just die with all the rest of the venues that died. A lot of venues didn't survive COVID. Didn't survive
Yeah.
2020. I don't know how.
Yeah. And you guys did.
It was, yeah, it was hard. It was very hard. I
What were
mean,
you what were you doing during that time? How did you survive?
we were shut down for a while. It's mostly at home, and but the restaurant part was open. So the
Mm.
entertainment aspect of
Hmm.
it was closed. So, but we still serve food here. So that took off.
Yeah.
You People were still eating, ordering out. So it was pretty much comfort food. So, and people need to be,
Yeah.
yeah, needed to eat. So, that took off. Which the irony is that I tell everybody that the lounge entertainment supports the restaurant, pretty much. But that time
Hmm.
during COVID, the restaurant was supporting the lounge, so the lounge was closed. Yeah,
So,
yeah. So
right.
yeah, it was crazy. And then as soon as everything opened up again, the restaurant started struggling again. And the entertainment,
Mm.
good.
Yeah.
So I had
People
to.
wanted, yeah, entertainment again. Hmm.
Yeah, so I had to change the hours. I'm not even open in the daytime for the restaurant anymore. It just goes same time that when we open for the lounge. It
Yeah.
it opens up the restaurant. So yeah, we had to cut down hours. Because the restaurant business is very hard, very hard. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that actually ties into my next question, which is what's a major renovation or improvement uh, that you've had or maybe want to make? And I think that'll tie into because I was going to ask about the bar rescue episode that you guys were featured on.
Right.
That totally renovated the place. How did that happen?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if somebody applied me for it or something. So I got a call from them out of the blues, and at that time I think we needed a little help, especially the restaurant. Like I said, it was struggling. Um,
Yeah.
and they were gonna do it in 2019. They're ready to go. They give us a date that we would come in and start the whole production, and then
Hmm.
COVID hits. So that stopped. All productions everywhere. Yeah. And I was
Yep.
like, oh man, I missed my chance. So I was
Yep.
disappointed. Well, and then after things started opening up, they gave me a call. Hey, we want to give you another try.
Oh,
Let's
cool.
yeah, let's do this. And then they interviewed all my staff, but I don't know, I guess my staff was entertaining enough. I guess they're kind of they were good. They didn't need fixing, pretty much. They weren't wild like the 2019. My staff was a little wild back then, right? But the second time they came, they said no, they're not enough, to get us, you know, views. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
My staff was just kind of bland. I forgot what the words they used. They were just not exciting enough. So
Yeah.
but then, like I had got a new batch of staff, and then they call us again. We have room for you for, I think it's season 9, I think it was. Not
Mm-hmm.
sure. So they say, okay, go ahead, and they came in and interviewed all of us, and they liked us, and next thing you know, we're on the show, and they did a lot to the place, cosmetically. I
Yeah.
mean, um, pretty much, some new furniture, painting the walls, and some wallpaper here and there. But a lot of the stuff, the big stuff, I had to do, before the show came in. But
Mm.
yeah, a lot of the big stuff, I can't give them all the credit. So but they get definitely a lot of credit. But a lot of stuff I
Did
had to do.
Did you like those
Stuff.
changes they made?
Well, that
Did you like those changes they made?
I do. It's more attractive, especially to promoters that come in and want to do their stuff.
Mm.
But remember when I had the bar before, and I
Mm-hmm.
that bar, and rebuilt the bar at the on where the restaurant part is at.
Yeah.
Well, the
Yeah.
old bar, which was great, the thing was a tank. I mean, the thing, I don't know how they moved it, 'cause the thing was built to stay forever, right? It was all steel and so on. But
The unsinkable sink.
yeah, they cut that bar into little pieces, threw it in the storage, and your bar's in storage. You want to go get it, and I mean, I think it was like junk, but and they put this
Yeah.
bar, which I appreciate, is a bar that lights up, real bougie.
Yeah.
That's what's the look they were going for. It lights up, and the girls love it, like shiny things. So yeah, and it's still here, and I can't bring my old bar back because people will boycott. Pretty much, my staff will get mad because they like this new bar. So there's that. But I still keep
Yeah.
the pieces for my, I'm like sentimental, and I'm a pack rat, so I keep the pieces for my old bar. It's on my house right now. And it's yeah. And I had my actually contractor that built it refabricate it, and it's getting built as we speak. You know, uh,
Oh, cool.
for
At your
for
place.
a potential second venue. In the future. So we'll see.
What?
Yeah, yeah. That's just a little insight of what's going
All
on.
right.
We'll see.
Hell yeah, dude. Um, I'm getting close to. So, last episode I did with my buddy Trevor, I started this new segment that I liked, and I'm getting good feedback on it. And where I go through a series of rapid questions. So it'll be like this or that questions. Okay, David. So answer answer as fastly as you can. But if you have a story, if one of these reminds you of a story, then we can get into it.
Okay.
But if not, we're gonna go quick. Okay, ready?
Ready.
Uh, rock and roll or pop music?
Rock and roll.
Classic rock or modern rock?
Ooh, I have to say, shoot, that's tough. Probably modern because I'm more familiar with it, but I appreciate where the rock came from. So,
Yeah.
yeah, props to
Okay.
classic, but yeah,
uh, hip hop or R&B?
hip hop. Well, I love.
Hip hop.
It's probably a tie because it's all kind of related. So, I say tie.
It's interesting how those two genres are like kind of put together. Like you
Yeah,
always hear them kind of side by side. When in actuality, R&B stands for rhythm and blues, which is what they used to call rock and roll.
that's right.
Before
That's
they called it rockabilly, they called it rhythm and blues, and then Alan Freed, the DJ, coined the term rock and roll.
That's right.
People forget that, and like R&B is not what it used to be at all.
The music industry, yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. Rhythm and blues.
Um, Country music or folk music?
I don't listen to country, which people tell me is awesome, amazing, and everything, and I just don't get it. But so I have to say folk music, definitely. I mean,
Folk.
I mean, there's some certain country that's is bearable to hear, but definitely folk. Yeah.
I don't like modern country music, but I do love like the western country western from like the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. That's like my favorite era of that style. Okay, what's that?
Or Willie Nelson, he's the icon.
Yeah, like Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash. Oh my God, what's his name? The Ballad of Marty Robbins. I love Marty Robbins. I highly recommend Marty. Okay, let's keep it going. Electronica or house?
House music, definitely.
Good answer. Reggae or ska?
Reggae. I do like ska though. I
Okay,
do like reggae.
reggae. Um, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Beatles, which I do love the Rolling Stones, but Beatles. They're like, see,
Yeah,
I think that's the best band ever put together. Yeah, ever.
the Beatles.
Yeah,
Yep, yep.
yeah,
Here are the Beatles for me, and like the Rolling Stones are like they're pretty close. I like them almost as much as I like the Beatles.
yeah. The
But the
Beatles,
Beatles have them beat by a few points.
I mean, all their hooks. I mean, every song is a hit pretty much. They said nothing but hits.
Yeah, yeah. There's um, like when I listen back to the to all their albums, there's hardly a few songs that I like skip. But for the most part, I'll like listen to it entirely. Okay, let's keep it going. Queen or Zeppelin?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's very tough one. Good one. I would say Zeppelin, because I know more of their music.
Okay.
And
Yep.
this is a Pink Floyd fan, so kind of go hand in hand.
Bowie or Prince?
Well, another tough man. You have nothing but tough questions. Well,
Come on,
I,
come
I
on, come on.
I know more about Prince songs, but definitely I'm a Bowie fan. Definitely David Bowie fan, but I know more Prince
Bowie.
songs than
Yep.
he. Yeah, but I love Prince though. Yeah,
Yeah.
Parade.
I think I'm more of a Bowie fan. Coldplay or U2?
You too, but I seen YouTube a lot of times in concert. You know, when I was a kid, uh, but Coldplay is like the new YouTube. I say, I don't know. Yeah, I'd say YouTube for nostalgia reasons, but do love a lot of Coldplay music. I've seen them in concert as well.
I think I agree with you. Okay. Uh, Van Halen or Van Hagar?
Van Halen.
Van Halen. Good answer. Okay. Vinyl or digital?
I know. Yeah, definitely. I
Vinyl.
mean,
Yep.
that's vinyl sounds just amazing. Yeah, yeah. I don't mind the evolution from vinyl to digital.
Oh
But
yeah. Yep.
it's something like the classics.
Yep. Yeah. It does make digital does make it easier to listen to because obviously you can't play a record in your car, but my phone instantly connects to my car and and I could play anything I want, which is fantastic. But yeah, there's a lot of great bands out there that I think I prefer listening to on vinyl. Um, uh, Live concert or a festival?
Festivals, because you just get to see so many bands. Concerts are great, but you're pretty much gonna listen to one or two bands, and that's it.
Yeah,
Festival, you get to listen to all and kill it with 1 day or 2 days. So yeah, festivals.
true.
Yeah,
I think the hard part of festivals though is if if there's a bunch of bands that you want to see, but they're all playing like at the same time,
yes,
which is what I've faced with. I'm like, oh man, but I want to see this band, but oh, actually, speaking of which, remember I bumped into you at a Arroyo Seco weekend,
that's right.
2018. 18
That was a
on the
great
second
festival.
day.
Yeah, I think that was when one of the last concerts that passed away. Uh, last call for Mary Jane. Last
Tom
call.
Petty?
Tom Petty. Yeah, wasn't he at that
Tom
concert?
Petty played? I don't remember.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think he was there the year before.
Okay, then I went that year. Okay.
I think he was there the year before because the T-shirt that I bought, he's not like they had photos of like all the headlining bands and Tom Petty was not
Okay,
on
then
it. But that festival it was Kings of Leon, it was Alanis Morissette, um, the Pretenders, um, oh my God, Neil Young. Neil Young played Robert Plant, Jack White.
that's right.
Yep,
So that was a good concert. I remember.
it
Yes.
was such a great dude. I've always liked Alanis Morissette because of my mom. She's a huge Alanis Morissette fan.
I love her
But
too.
when I saw her there, holy shit, she puts on a great show. She had so much energy.
Yes, I saw her this year at Beach Fest. I went to see her at Beach Fest.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it
That
was
was in
amazing.
Orange County, right?
No, that's in Redondo Beach, and
Oh, Redondo Beach. Okay.
it's amazing. This year they had Alanis Morissette, and she always does a great show. Her
Yeah, she kills it.
famous female singers is Alanis Morissette and Tori Amos, which does piano rock. I don't know if you know who Tori Amos is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sounds familiar.
Born Fit Girl. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like Blondie. I also have a crush on Blondie.
Yeah.
All right. A few more, even in her older age. Um, would you how did I word this? I think I meant, would you rather be a famous musician or a famous producer?
Um, I feel like I'm more of a producer now.
Yeah.
Like trying to, put things together all the time.
Yep.
So pretty much in the backseat of it. But if I wasn't so stage fright, or like shy, I would love to be, of course, a musician, of course, and I love to sing karaoke, as you know, So, but I'm still
Yeah.
shy. Even in karaoke, I don't know how I started doing that here. I think it just happened, and I started liking it, and getting up there and stage singing like you're a rock star, for at least a few minutes. You're like singing your heart out, and owning the room. If you're singing a good song, right? That I can see how being a musician is great. How it's fun, right? And yeah. So musician, it'll be great. Yeah. So musician, pretty much, it'll be the answer to your question. Yeah.
Listen, man. I think we've come to an end. It's been great talking to you and getting to know more about the genesis of the Epic Lounge into the Epic Live. And yeah, it was great to have you on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate this interview. Thank you.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'll see you later and talk to you soon. Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe so you'll get notifications when new episodes drop. Thanks to my guest, David Devis. Music by Mark Fabian, produced and engineered by Robert Altschiller, recorded at Command Recording Studios. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Kill the Small Talk Podcast and at command_recording_studios. We'll see you next time. Bye.